from around town?
Yeah, I live here in rural Jackson County. I've always lived out in the country since I moved down here.
Well, tell me, have you been involved in the forest movement?
Yes, I have.
Explain.
Well, my involvement started with the forest movement in about '88. Started learning that there was the forests were about to be set upon by the industry, and we didn't know much about that in those days, but we learned quickly. And some of my compadres were going the legal route, and we decided in '89 to be a support to the Fairview timber sale, and we set up a 90-day encampment. We didn't know it would be 90 days at that time, and we sat on that forest trail entrance into the sale and did our best to prevent it from being logged.
So the encampment lasted 90 days, is that correct?
I think 89, but we rounded to 90, yeah.
I mean, and that was really kind of a seminal moment in forest history. There was a lot of news coverage around it as the legal efforts were going on in court. So explain, what were you trying to do when you were sitting on that logging road?
Initially, we were trying to support the efforts of the legal teams that were working to get injunctions with the courts, and I'm not real good at remembering the details of that. I just know that we were, on one level, we were supporting them, on another, we were trying to bring attention to the devastation that was about to happen. You know, we were starting to understand that it wasn't just some trees getting cut, but it was our environment being impacted. And that was, 30 some odd years ago when we were starting to get that understanding.
So did media show up?
The media showed up whenever we sent out press releases, and they showed up other times too, just to see what we were doing, because we did a lot of fun things. It's called guerrilla theater. We invited the timber representatives from the Forest Service to come and play volleyball with us at the entrance to the sale, and just things like that, where we tried to show that we still have a playful and loving side because we love this planet, and that's what we were trying to support. But also, we're going to be here.
Did some serious things happen? Like, what was the most interesting thing about the sale? There's a famous picture of somebody being buried up to their neck.
That's on the front page of yesterday's newspaper.
Were you there around?
Oh yeah, I was definitely there.
You remember seeing that?
Oh, of course.
Who was in the hole?
That was Bill Cronin and a guy named Aaron, who I don't know, Aaron Cantor. Yes, I remember his name now. I haven't heard from him, seen him for years, but Bill I know has moved to Arkansas. And yeah, they were my friends, and we were on the front lines together.
There was a 17-year moratorium.
There was.
Could you talk about that?
Well, there was a moratorium that eventually came down, and on some level, some of us kind of backed off and rested on our laurels and thinking this is safe forever. But now 20 years later, we see that it's not safe. And, you know, you just have to keep on keeping on.
Do you intend to keep on, Renee?
Well, I'll be 71 in 3 weeks, and I'm still keeping on. Not in the way that I was able to once, but physically. But I've tried to live that lifestyle, encourage others to do that, and you just have to make a commitment to life and live that life. So
you were local, so was there a good mixture of local support and support from out of town at Fairview?
There was. It was lovely. The camaraderie that built up around all this. Yeah, there was a good mixture of people coming in. One guy rolled up one day with a school bus, and the Forest Service thought it was filled with radicals, and didn't end up being that way, but it was really fun the way that went down. And it just so many experiences that I will never forget.
And you're here ready to work with other people and joining the cause, and so you're at the Convergence. What's so great about the Convergence to you?
We used to be more concerned just about issues. An issue, the forest, chemicals, whatever. We have to look at it as a whole. Our planet, our way of life, our very life is under attack. We have to understand that holistically, and I believe that's what this weekend is going to be about. I truly hope that.
Thank you so much.
My deepest pleasure. Oh, wow. I just knew I was going to reconnect with some good folks again this weekend.